electricity, transport, and daily necessities are expected to become more expensive, with the impact from the war on Iran likely lasting even after the conflict ends. Deputy Prime Minister Gan Yong says the government's long-term strategy includes diversifying sources of supply and ensuring the free flow of energy and goods. Nadirah Zaidi with more.
Manufacturing and outward-oriented sectors like air and sea transport, along with tourism, are expected to be hit hardest by the war in the Middle East. Higher costs due to rising fuel prices and weaker external demand are some key factors. While early GDP data shows that growth remained resilient in the first quarter this year, that momentum is expected to slow. Domestically, retail and food services could also feel the impact.
Taken together, these sectoral impacts will weigh on economic activities in the coming quarters, although the extent remains uncertain as the conflict is still unfolding. MTI will continue to monitor developments closely and will update our GDP forecasts in May.
With 95% of Singapore's electricity generated from natural gas, higher fuel prices would translate to increased energy costs. This was reflected recently in the electricity tariff rate, which increased by 2.1%. Mr. Gan warned there might be a sharper jump in the next tariff adjustment.
If the conflict is protracted, higher inflation in our source markets could also lead to further increases in import prices over time. These pressures will be felt by households in more expensive electricity, transport, and daily necessities. Lower-income households will be more affected as a larger share of their spending goes towards essentials. MES will take these developments into account in its upcoming assessment of the inflation outlook, which it will release on 14th of April.
Mr. Gan adds Singapore needs to be prepared for the effects of the war to persist for some time. This means building up inventories and diversifying sources of supply, while continuing to strengthen partnerships with like-minded countries and upholding an open and rules-based trading system.
Periods of disruption such as this will test the resilience of countries and economies, but they also create impetus for firms to transform, diversify, and deepen their capabilities. We must press on with the recommendations of the Economic Strategy Review, including building global leadership in key growth sectors such as advanced manufacturing and modern services, supporting firms to diversify and internationalize, and accelerating enterprise transformation through technology and innovation, so that our economy remains resilient and competitive in a more challenging global environment.
On the current power crisis, Mr. Gan encouraged all to conserve electricity and for firms to invest in more energy-efficient equipment.
If we stay disciplined, deepen our trust in each other, preserve our capabilities, and use this period to sharpen our competitive edge, Singapore will be well placed not only to weather this crisis, but to emerge from it stronger. Thank you.